My name is Faye. I'm the grandma. This is my 5-year-old granddaughter. Her name is Hannah.
Hi.
So anyways, what inspired us to do this video for YouTube is my granddaughter's always wanted to bake with me, Christmas cooking, whatever. We bake brownies and cookies, and she all of a sudden I want to do a bake-off. Her and her mother against me. So we've been doing this for a while now, and it's been such a fun event with the whole family that my son, who's very business-like, he wanted us to do this for YouTube. So here we are. We're going to do our first video, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we have fun doing this. Well, today's challenge on Cooker2Cooker Kitchen Fun was we came up with one ingredient, and that was peanut butter. So the challenge is we both had to come up with a dessert that has peanut butter in it. So today I'm going to make chocolate cupcakes stuffed with a Reese's peanut butter cup with a homemade peanut butter frosting. And Hannah, what are you making?
A peanut butter cookie dough brownie bar.
Yeah! Hannah, being she's only 5 years old, her mother is going to be in the video to help be her assistant because, you know, she is 5, but she's good at what she does, has a great imagination. But anyways, I'm going to start my project first, and then once I'm done, we'll watch Hannah do hers. This is my ingredients that I'm using for the challenge today. I just got a Pillsbury Devil's Food Cake. You can use any brand you want. It doesn't have to be a certain type. And just follow your directions. So I've got 1 cup of water. I've already have everything done here. And then it calls for 3 eggs. And then there is a 1/2 cup of oil. So I add all these to my big huge measuring cup here. I will blend it all first. Okay, now we're going to add the cake mix. Make it nice and chocolatey. So I'll just get this all mixed. Take my spatula just to kind of scrape the edges. Hi, Hannah. Come to see what Grandma's doing? She likes to lick the beaters, just so everybody knows. But I think that's typical for any kid or adults.
You know, this is actually my channel.
Alright, last little thing here. You just want to make sure all the clumps are out. It's well blended. I think that looks very good. Alright. Just pop that over here for now. And I've already taken my cupcake tins. I like to use paper. A lot of people don't prefer the paper, but I've already pre-lined them all. And for the directions, you only want to pour it half full. Excuse me, I need a spoon. Just to make sure we don't overdo it. So, because after everyone is filled halfway, you're going to add a mini Reese's peanut butter cup and kind of set it down in place. And the recipe does say it'll make 24. This is kind of messy.
It looks pretty messy. Wow. It looks really messy.
Wait till you get to do yours, girl.
Yeah, I can't wait to do mine. That's what I waited for. I'm waiting to do mine.
Yeah? Well, I won't take too long.
I know they can hear us say everything.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Can't wait to until I get my first.
This is my first time to try this recipe.
I can't
so
wait, Grandma.
we just hope it turns out really good. I've filled up my cupcakes and I'm short 3 of them, but that's okay. You just keep moving forward. Anyways, here is my little container. I've already got all the little Reese's peanut butter cups. They're mini ones, unwrapped. So you want to stick them in, just push it down. And it should look like that. So you will continue to do that with all of them. And then you just put it in the oven. I have everything ready for the oven. I'm going to stick it in at 350 degrees. And for half-filled cupcakes, it calls 19 to 23 minutes. So I'm going to put this in, and you're going to move over to Hannah. Thanks. All right, the cupcakes are finished, and they look pretty darn good. So now we're going to make the glaze. And first thing is we're going to take 1 package of Reese's peanut butter chips, the whole package. Put that all in. And then we have 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Add that into your peanut butter. Then we need to microwave it for 1 minute. So I will be right back. Peanut butter chips and the heavy whipping cream have melted very nicely, which I'm sure you can see it through the jar.
This is a bake-off, guys.
That's why you're doing your own, girl. All right, so then we are adding.
You guys are the judges.
Yes. So we have a 1/4 cup of butter that we are now adding, and we will microwave this for another 30 seconds. All right, I will be right back. Butter's all melted. So last step is adding a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. And I'm going to use my beater on low to mix it so the powdered sugar gets dissolved a little easier. Hopefully. Alright. Gotta get the sides here. Kinda scrape it all down. So it all blends all evenly. Let's get this going one more time. Okay. Well, that's how it looks. So, we'll see. Doesn't quite look like what it does in the recipe, but you know what? We'll give it a try and see how it tastes. Well, now we are going to frost these wonderful peanut butter cupcakes. It is actually my son's birthday. We're having a birthday party tomorrow. So that's what inspired us to do this bake-off for tomorrow's party. And there'll be a lot of different guests there. So we are going to be able to taste them, and they're going to judge whose they like better. So I'm going to just take a little I cut the little Reese's peanut butter cups in half for a little garnish. And then I bought this for another bake-off that we had never used it. So I thought maybe I'll do this as a little drizzle. So it's just a check it and see what happens. Whoa, well, I guess it's just fine. So there it is. Not quite what I was expecting, but oh yes. Bon appetit. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do is just continue making these cupcakes, and I hope you guys are inspired to at least make them and try them at home. And if you do like it, let us know what you think of the taste, because you know we judge it on appearance and taste, and of course you know you can't taste it from here, but you can also make it and then let us know how yours is.
So Hannah started on hers. I'm Mom. I'm her assistant. We have already started our first step. Hannah, what have we done here?
We have melted our butter.
Yes, we have melted 1 cup or 2 sticks worth of butter. And what are we going to add?
The sugar.
Yes, so we have 2 1/4 cup sugar that we're going to add to our melted butter. Go ahead and add it here, Hannah. I'll stir while you do that.
after all this.
Yes, and we've melted the butter on medium-low heat. Keep going. Go ahead.
I got all this at once.
Yes, that is fine. We'll get it stirred in. All right, we're going to stir it all together, and it needs to cook for another 1 to 2 minutes, but be sure to not let it get to a boil. All right, here, you want to mix it some, Hannah?
Yes.
Let's get you in there.
I will definitely mix it.
Okay, keep going, because we want to continually mix it the whole time for about the 1 to 2 minutes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, hold on. Together. Let's make sure we get that mixed.
I don't see any
Go
more
ahead.
sugar. So
Now that we've got the butter and the sugar mixture, it's cooked for the 1 to 2 minutes. We're going to add it here to our bowl. So make sure we get all of it in there. All right. There you go. Hold that spoon there. All right, and then we're going to want to add this. What's this, Hannah? Cocoa powder.
cocoa powder.
All right, and that's 1 to 1 1/4 cup cocoa powder. Pour it in. Wow, careful. Okay, now start to mix it. And we're going to want to mix it till it's fully combined.
Yes. You don't want to leave any behind.
Nope. Okay, so here you can see that we got the sugar and butter mixture mixed in with the cocoa powder.
This is how it looked when it all got mixed up.
Yep. And now we're going to go ahead and add some more of our ingredients. Here we've got our baking powder.
Baking powder.
Add it, Hannah. Okay. And that's 1 teaspoon of baking powder. There we've got our, what are we adding now?
Eggs.
How many?
4.
Yes, we have 4 eggs. And here is our
Vanilla.
And that's a tablespoon of vanilla. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to beat it until it's all fully incorporated together. And we're going to finish this up and we'll see you back here in just a minute.
This happened when we mixed it all that up.
Yep, we've got it fully combined here. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go on to the next step.
Add the flour.
Alright, and we're going to add it slowly. And the recipe does, Hannah, stop. The recipe does say to mix it just until it's combined, so we are going to use the beater, but we're going to stick on low speed and mix it in slowly. So go ahead. Alright, you start mixing.
Go ahead, Mom.
Well, then get all of it, and I'm mixing it in slow.
The chocolate. It's everywhere.
You want me to help? Keep going. Alright guys, now we fully got the flour all mixed in, and that was 1.5 cups of flour. Now we're going to go ahead and move on.
Add the chocolate chips.
How much chocolate chips is that?
1 cup.
Okay, pour it in. Alright, now we're going to want to stir them in till we have them evenly distributed throughout the mixture. Now I went ahead and I got our pan all prepared. The recipe said to line it with foil, but also to make sure to spray it with non-stick spray. So we have that done and all prepared. And we have the oven on and waiting. It's at 350 degrees. Here, you want to smell it? It's really thick, huh, Hannah?
Yeah, it is super duper thick. I can't even mix very well, guys.
All right. So now we have it fully mixed in and evenly distributed here. And we're gonna go ahead and we're
Give
going
you guys a little show.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to pour it in. You want to scrape it in there?
Yes, Mom.
You are going to town on that cookie.
Careful.
Woo!
What's your favorite part going to be next, Hannah? Licking the spoon. Say that, Hannah.
Licking the spoon.
Yeah. Afterwards, you get to lick the spoon.
That's
Let me.
That's my favorite part. You can actually taste it.
Yep. This is also our first time ever making homemade brownies. Usually we just stick to the box, but we thought we'd step it up a notch for the video and this bake-off. Because we gotta beat Grandma, huh?
Yes. Bake-offs are about having fun.
Yes, they are.
Even board games, they're all about having fun, not winning. All board games are for that.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you guys know that too.
Yep. All right, now we got it in here. We want to make sure. Hold on. Help me spread it out.
I'm gonna have more extra.
Now it will settle into the corners a little bit, but we want to get it spread out as much as possible beforehand.
Yes.
Okay, let me help a little bit. See, we want to push some over here.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll let you do it once.
Now what teamwork?
Hannah,
Teamwork. Do teamwork.
hold on. You'll do some in just a second. Get out of my face, Hannah. All right, keep spreading it around a little bit. Okay, you're pulling too much that side.
There you go. There you go.
All right, now let's try to get off as much as possible. All right, let's get another spoon. Step back.
You're taking all my deliciousness.
You'll still get plenty to taste. All right. Now we're gonna put this in the oven. Now it's gonna go in the oven for about 30 minutes and we'll be back when it's done. We've pulled the brownies out of the oven. We did have to put them back in for just a couple more minutes, so it went in for a total of about 32 minutes.
Our homemade brownies.
Yep, 100% homemade brownies. Now I'm gonna just check it to show you. See, the knife is coming out clean. Now if you hit one of the chocolate chips, you might get some chocolate on the knife, but that doesn't mean it's not done. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to do this part so that Hannah doesn't get herself burned. But we've got 3 tablespoons of peanut butter that we're going to just spread on top here while it's hot and out of the oven.
The pan is really, really hot.
Yeah, so we're going to spread this across the top.
Gonna spread it nice and nice.
Now there's not a whole lot that's going on the top here, so we really want to make sure it gets spread out. It's going to be okay if it's not across the whole thing.
Yes.
Or, I mean, if you want to, you can go ahead and make sure there's a nice layer across the whole thing. I think I will actually grab a little bit more peanut butter here, and I will come back here in just a second and finish spreading more on here. We're not going to do any measurements on this.
What is going on? It's going to be nice and thin.
It's a little bit easier once it gets a little softened from the heat of the brownie to spread, so it's initial part.
Say, if you don't know what that word means, what you just said, can tell them what it means, okay?
We got this, Hannah.
Initial. We'll tell them what that means. Initial. It's looking pretty good, guys.
It sure is, isn't it?
Yes.
Alright,
Because
see, it's getting nice and melty, so it's easier to spread out a little bit here.
Because we waited it sit. We go and get the jar of peanut butter, and it got a little bit softer while my mom had got the peanut butter.
Yep. Alright, see, so we got a nice good layer on there. Alright, now
Looks
we're going to
good.
step back over here and finish the rest of the cookie dough. So we'll be right back.
Looks good.
Alright, so now that we've spread the peanut butter over the brownies, we're going to move on to the peanut butter cookie dough. We're going to start off by adding the butter into the bowl. And that is a 1/4 cup of butter. Okay, got it. Set that aside. Now what are we adding, Hannah?
The peanut butter.
Yep, and that's going to be a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Yep. Here, I'll hold the cup. You scrape it.
Mom, say make sure to hit that subscribe button right now.
You say it. Alright, make sure we scrape out all of the peanut butter here.
Yes. I want to do
Alright, now we're going to mix it until it's smooth.
Wait, it's
I
like
know.
droopy there. We're trying to, that if someone tried to butter with peanut butter, ew. Peanut
Okay.
butter gross.
So now we're going to mix this until smooth. You know, this is going to be your job.
Yeah, da, da, da,
There you go. Hold it. Okay. There.
We want to mix all the butter, guys, into the peanut butter.
Alright, let's stop for a second. Okay, pull it up. Let's pull up pull this, no, pull this out of here. Thank you.
Oh, you meant pull that
Pull,
thing.
okay, thank you.
Guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There you go.
Alright, now we're still going to mix it some more here, Pumpkin.
Yes.
Let's scrape it.
That would be horrible if you mixed it from
Okay.
the film. If you mixed it from the film.
Let me see it for a second. If you say it, Hannah. Alright.
Guys, if you guys watched this video, you guys will learn a lot of bacon.
Yeah.
You guys would be like making brownies, making cupcakes. You guys would be making anything you would want to. At
Yeah.
least if you had the stuff you needed.
Alright,
To make
so
it.
does that look smooth, Hannah?
Yes, that looks nice and
Here we
full.
are. We've got our fully mixed peanut butter with the
Peanut
butter.
butter.
Now, we need to add our brown sugar. And we have 1 cup of brown sugar.
Yes, 1 cup. That was a lot of powdered sugar.
Put it. No.
Oh,
Wait.
put it.
Okay. This is our regular sugar.
Regular sugar.
Yeah, and that is a 1/2 cup of sugar.
Yes.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Can I say it?
1 tablespoon of vanilla.
Milk.
And that is a 1/3 cup of milk. And we are going to continue by beating that all together until smooth.
Yes. Until it's so smooth as much as we need it.
Okay. Keep it in here.
That's not horrible. It makes it good though.
Keep going. All right. All right, Hannah, how does that look?
That looks legit. Like we need it.
Yeah. Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a visitor.
This is my first video, guys. What, Mom?
All right, so next we are going to slowly beat in our flour. So you, Hannah, will have, you're going to have the beaters.
Why can I not pour the flour?
Do you want to pour the flour and me
Yes.
beat?
Yes.
Okay, and that is a total of 2 cups of flour. Now, we're going to mix it in slowly, and we're going to do this on, make sure we do this on the low. Okay? Go ahead. You can have a little bit more. Go.
Mommy?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And that is a lot of flour at once. Guys, my assistant is actually my mom.
All right, go ahead. Add a little more than that.
There. Guys, we're almost done with the... What is it? Sugar?
Flour.
We're almost done putting all our flour in.
Okay, go ahead. Just add the rest.
Guys, we have a baby named Aiden. watch my videos and subscribe. I think I'm gonna 1,000 subscribers.
Alright, now while we were gone, I did push it down a little bit with my hands just to make sure that it was going to form nicely.
Well,
The next step is going to be adding the cookie dough on top of the brownie once the brownies are completely cooled down. So it is going to be a little bit, but I did want to show you our cookie dough after the fact. Like I said, when we push it down onto the top of the brownie, it will be nice and firm and not so crumbly. So we will come back when we're ready to do that and our brownies all cooled and finish this up. Welcome back, guys. We have our peanut butter cookie dough and we have our brownies with the peanut butter across the top, right, Hannah?
Spotted.
Yep. Now it's cooled down some more. We let it sit for probably a good half an hour or so. It's not fully cooled down, but our cookie dough is not going to melt, so it's okay to put it on there. Now we're going to just spoon this on here first.
Hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell, guys.
Alright, Hannah, stop pushing on the bowl.
Okay.
Alright. Now we're gonna spread this cookie dough out and kind of.
It has hardened. Or should say judges, because you guys are our judges. I said that earlier.
Alright, we're gonna spread it around and kind of push it down so that it forms a nice cookie layer. We might actually have to get our hands in here and just do it that way. Nope, spread it out first, Hannah. Alright. And then kind of push it down to form a nice layer. Spread it out some more, sweetheart. Alright, and we'll actually bring you back as soon as we're all done with this.
Okay, guys, while we crushed up all the peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah, we did it in a little baggie, and then we were putting them back in the bowl so we can put them on top and make it look pretty and taste even better.
Yes.
So why don't you go ahead, Hannah, and add those on there for us.
Okay, well, that's the W right there.
Do you need help with the bowl?
No, it's okay. I didn't want to.
You're welcome. There's the W.
Wait,
Go ahead. We can spread it around.
Otherwise, it's gotta go from the bottom up.
Crumble these. Now the recipe calls for 2 cups of the peanut butter M&Ms. I think this is just a little bit under, but it's topping, so it's not a big deal. All right, Hannah, you gotta make sure the chunks are in the middle.
Daddy,
You're spreading it out a little too much. All right, so the last step is we're gonna add some peanut butter drizzle on top. We have another 3 tablespoons of peanut butter here in this cup, which we're gonna throw in the microwave to melt down, and then we'll drizzle it on top of the M&Ms. So we will be right back when the peanut butter is melted. Back with our melted peanut butter. You can see how it's pretty melted there.
Yep, and pretty thick, because when you melt stuff what are thick already, they'll get even thicker. Right, Mom?
No, it usually thins out, sweetheart.
Yes.
We may, I'm thinking, put a little bit more peanut butter drizzle on this than what we have here and what the recipe calls for. Go ahead. So, we'll see how much this covers first and kind of go from there.
Drizzle everywhere. I'm putting like drizzles
Here,
everywhere.
let me see it. I will give you the spoon once I get a good spoonful.
Good spoonful.
Now,
Alright, boy.
slow. You're moving too fast.
Can I do it?
Yeah, well, move slow. Let me see it.
Guys, I covered up a lot already, but we still have some we still have a little bit more peanut butter, like only scrapes. So we're going to scrape it, we're going to drizzle it on. Well, it's looking pretty tasty. Is that right, Mom?
Alright, guys, it looks like we don't have it fully covered here, so I do think I'm going to grab a little bit more peanut butter, melt it up, and then we'll be back to finish it off.
I already got to do the peanut butter, so see you in the next one.
Hi. Well, the magic shell thing after I did it on this cupcake. It was not going to work. So what I did is I took 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips, 1 tablespoon of shortening, microwaved it so it was all melted, took a spoon and I just kind of drizzled it over everything. Works wonderful. Much better. Anyways, I want to say I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hannah and I and her mom. This was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but we hope to inspire other parents, grandparents, grandkids to do this. Bake as a family and make it a fun thing to do. And also, whatever you think looks the best, let us know. Make the recipe yourself, give it a try, and let us know how you like it. Hannah?
Make sure to subscribe. Bye.
Bye.